Cup on the table, ring of heat on the wood, coat on the chair like you meant to come back soon. Ceiling light humming half dim, clock hands dragging through the gloom. This small loneliness sits down by my side like it paid for this seat on the slow evening line. Trumpet from somewhere down the corridor of night. Just this small loneliness and the train rolling by. Headlights slide over wallpaper, then go. Distant brakes scrape metal, fading low. I talk to the kettle, it sighs, then turns cold. Horn in the hallway air, soft as someone thinking of me. Not asking questions, not trying to leave, just tracing circles around what I can't quite say. This small loneliness sits down by my side like it paid for this seat on the slow evening line. Trumpet from somewhere down the corridor of night. Just this small loneliness and the train rolling by. Coffee ring halo on the table, paper edges curling at the sides, ink stains on my thumb, ideas running mild and wide. Finger snaps count a fragile tempo, piano leans in, asking what I mean. Left hand holding down the daylight, right hand chasing something clean. Little song on a wooden table, scattered notes and a quiet hum. I'm making meaning out of almost nothing, till a small thought slowly comes. Just a bar, just a breath, just a moment, but it feels like more than one. Little song on a wooden table, where the work turns into love. Half-formed chords in the margin, arrows through a scribbled line, muttered words under my my breathing, searching for a shape or sign. Fingers snap softer than a secret, keys reply in broken blues. Every tiny change in the voicing feels like choosing what to lose.
Lunch passes slowly, steam curling off the bowl. Emails face down in my bag, phone turned away just for now. Sunlight resting on the table, spilling gold along my sleeve. Tiny dust motes drifting sideways like they've got nowhere to be. This room, this breath, this slow, forgiving groove. Time leans back in its chair, lets the clock loose. Yeah, even on a busy day, I still find room to breathe. I still find room to breathe. Waiter wipes a quiet circle on the counter by the glass. Traffic hums a distant river, but here the seconds soften, stretch. This jazz just stretches time. Lazy cymbals, gentle swing, stirring thoughts like sugar in till the sharp edges dissolve. I used to chase each minute like it might run off alone. Now I stir my coffee slowly, watch the ripples come and go. Between the meetings and the margins, hidden spaces I can keep. I hear that rhythm, soft reminder, every heartbeat counts as rest. dark blue sky. Curtain sways like it's breathing with a sigh. Street hush outside, room resting in my hands. Each quiet chord falls easy where it lands. Curtains in the quiet, soft air, slow light. I let the night move through me, nothing to hold tight. Curtains in the quiet, room and world aligned. I'm wide open, eyes half closed. Peace inside my mind. Coffee cup, ring on a wooden table. Bass notes walk, slow steps sure and stable. Piano talks low, telling me I'm alright. Ceiling fan turning, measuring the night. Curtains in the quiet, soft air, slow light. I let the night move through me, nothing to hold tight. Curtains in the quiet, room and world aligned. I'm wide open, eyes half closed. Peace inside my mind. Window frame, a gentle little border. Outside still, inside in perfect order. Heartbeat kick drum, breathing at the same time. I drift, I settle on this easy steady line. Curtains in the quiet, curtains in the quiet. Curtains in the quiet.
Breathing on the table, pages open half awake. Ink dries down in crooked rivers, thoughts just hover, never break. Let it swing around these unfinished lines. Every pause a quiet promise, every gap a different time. I'll sit inside the question till the answer comes to mind. Let it swing around these unfinished lines. circles then erase, little sparks that fade to nothing, still they leave a tender trace. Maybe senses running late, caught up at some distant station. I can sway here in the silence, learning slow, sweet patience. Cup on the nightstand, lipstick ring going cold, clock hums a crooked rhythm, blue numbers growing old. You say you'll leave by Sunday, suitcase half unzipped. We talk about the future till our sentences slip. Half asleep in the half light, let it drift, let it slide. Every memory, every maybe takes its time, never decides if it's goodbye, just another slow dance in my mind. Half asleep in the half light, where I don't have to decide. Your coat on the chair back, tag scratching at the seam. We laugh about small disasters, turn arguments to dreams. Plans written on receipts, crumpled in your jeans. You promised me a summer that winter's in between. I trace your shadow on my wall. It bends, it breaks, it falls. Are we staying in this moment, or just pausing on the way? You kiss my shoulder, change the subject, and the questions fade away. Asleep in the half light, let it drift, let it slide. Every memory, every maybe takes its time, never decides if it's goodbye or just another slow dance in my mind. Half asleep in the half light, to decide.
Hands rest on warm keys, coffee rings on the wood. Thumb slips on a chip note, it still sounds good. Pedal squeaks on the downbeat, bench leans, gives a little sigh. You laugh into the late light, ask the room, we alright? Cracks in the chords make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. Your voice, a frayed suit, threadbare at the seams, slides around the high notes, hits the heart between. Fingers drag across ivory, tiny thunder in the haze. Dust dancing in the lamplight, soft halo on your face. It cracks in the chords, make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. You miss the change, keep going. Turn the wrong turn into a run. Turn the wrong word into a smile. Leave the perfect ones undone. If the night falls out of rhythm, we just follow where it strays. Every flaw a little window, letting kindness find a way. The cracks in the chords make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. Clock in the corner, soft and slow. Second hand swaying like it's tired too. Mug ring on the table, pages half closed. All the loud plans sleeping in the other room. Jazz says enough for today. In a small sure voice, one last chord hanging in the air. We made it this far,
that's all it needs to say. As the lights fade down, jazz whispers enough for today. Lampshade tilted like it's not in awe. Street sounds faded to a distant hush. Loose change in the bowl by the door. Little proof this day actually showed up. Every missed call, every almost cry folds itself into a quiet sigh, and the room keeps breathing in time with the slow, steady side of my mind. Jazz says enough for today. In a small, sure voice, one last chord hanging in the air. We made it this far, that's all it needs to say.